Have you ever wondered how to know when God sends someone into your life? We're not talking about just any love, but a divine connection that goes beyond what the human mind can comprehend. When God chooses someone to walk by your side, there are clear signs that cannot be ignored. These signs are deep, powerful, and completely uncommon. They transform the way you see love and purpose in your life. In a world where relationships can be confusing and even painful, God shows us that true love is not a coincidence. It is something carefully planned, tailor-made for our journey. When He chooses someone for you, love is never fleeting, never empty. It is something more, something divine. And when you understand these signs, the peace that will fill your heart will be unmistakable. In the next moments, we're going to explore 7 uncommon signs that happen when God truly chooses someone for you. These signs are confirmation that you are about to experience a love filled with purpose, aligned with a destiny He has for you. If you have been waiting or feel that something is about to happen, stay with me until the end, because these words can change your life. If you relate to this message and want to know more about how to live a relationship according to God's plans, subscribe to the channel and follow our content. I'm George, and I'll be here, always sharing messages that can help you understand what God has prepared for you. Don't miss the chance to transform your life. 1. The unexplainable peace. When God chooses someone for you, the first feeling you will notice is an unexplainable peace. It's not just a fleeting sensation, but a deep calm that fills your entire being. This peace comes directly from heaven and serves as confirmation that the connection is aligned with God's divine plan. When we are in tune with God, He gives us this peace that surpasses human understanding. This peace is not the absence of problems or challenges. It's not a calm that ignores the struggles of life. On the contrary, this peace appears even in the middle of the storm, when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It won't spare you from difficulties, but it will give you strength to face them with serenity and confidence. You will feel that even in moments of uncertainty, something sustains you and keeps you steady. Unlike ordinary relationships, where emotions can be chaotic and unpredictable, God's love comes with a peace that soothes you. When you are with the person He chose for you, your spirit feels at home. Anxiety decreases, fears fade, and you are certain that you are exactly where you are meant to be. This peace doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within, and it acts as a compass that guides your decisions. In a world where love is often confused with reckless passion and emotional turmoil, the peace brought by God is a clear sign that something deeper is happening. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this relationship is not guided by chance, but by a higher purpose. This is not just a relationship, it is a divine connection, an encounter that goes beyond anything you could have planned. Peace is the first clear sign that God has a greater purpose for this relationship. 2. The purpose aligns. When God chooses someone for you, it's not just a meeting of hearts, it's a union of destinies. Divine love is not superficial. It is deep, rooted in an eternal purpose that goes beyond fleeting emotions. You may notice that when this person enters your life, something within you clicks into place. It's not only about falling in love, but about growing together toward what God has planned for each of you. The two of you may have paths that, at first, seem different, but over time you'll realize you're walking toward the same horizon. Your lives intertwine in a way that could never be forced. It's not about having the same tastes, hobbies, or even ways of thinking. What matters is that your direction is the same. Both of you are seeking the same purpose, to live for God and fulfill the calling He has for your lives. When this happens, you begin to see that every step taken together is not a coincidence, but part of a divine plan. The qualities of that person will fill your gaps and vice versa. Together, you'll propel each other to reach the best version of yourselves, not just to satisfy personal desires, but to serve the greater purpose that God has for you both. It's amazing how things begin to align when two people are walking in God's purpose. Life together isn't just about sharing good moments. It's about strengthening one another in the mission that God placed in both your hearts. You'll help each other grow in faith, develop spiritually, and understand more about the importance of living according to God's plan. This union is not about convenience or quick fixes for life's problems. On the contrary, it's a spiritual partnership. The person God sends to you won't be an obstacle, but a direct help along the path He prepared for you. Together, you'll be stronger, more focused, and more determined to fulfill the heavenly purpose that unites you. And that will be one of the clearest signs that God has something far greater planned for this relationship than you could ever imagine. The alignment with God's purpose will become even clearer as time goes on. Nothing will need to be forced, nor will the relationship need manipulation to work. Everything will flow naturally because both of you are aligned with the divine will. The choices, plans, and daily decisions become easier when you are with the person God chose to walk beside you, because even in difficulties, your shared purpose remains the greatest force keeping you together. 3. Divine protection. When God chooses someone for you, He also chooses to protect that union from all the forces that could try to destroy it. In a world where relationships can be fragile and vulnerable, divine protection is one of the clearest signs that this connection was orchestrated by heaven. Battles will come, difficulties will arise, but God's hand will be upon you, sustaining your relationship through every moment. This kind of protection goes beyond external difficulties. Many times, the enemies of our peace are not just tough circumstances, but also spiritual and emotional attacks. However, when the right person comes into your life, you begin to see that you no longer have to fight alone. God is there, interceding, blocking attacks, unraveling lies, and shielding the relationship from storms that try to shake it. These signs of protection may be subtle. They are not grand miracles or dramatic events, but small divine interventions at just the right time. It could be a word of wisdom spoken at the perfect moment, a clear understanding in a tough situation, or reconciliation after a disagreement. These are not coincidences. They are God's presence working quietly to ensure the relationship is preserved. God not only protects divine connections from external attacks, but also guards both hearts. When He unites two people, He strengthens each one, ensuring that both remain firm even when the enemy tries to plant doubts and uncertainties. This protection reveals itself in moments of crisis, when instead of turning away, both turn to each other, united by faith and trust that they are on the right path, sustained by God's invisible hand. 4. Mutual spiritual growth. God's love is not just about affection and companionship, but about mutual spiritual growth. When God sends someone to you, this person will not only stand by you in good moments, but will also be a constant source of encouragement for you to become a better version of yourself. Together, you'll grow spiritually, reaching a level of faith and understanding that would not be possible alone. A relationship with someone chosen by God always has a deeper purpose. It goes beyond superficial feelings or the search for immediate pleasure. Instead, the focus is helping each other grow in faith, strengthening your relationship with God, and walking closer to Him. This can manifest in many ways, through shared prayers, meditations, discussions about the Word, or even quiet moments of communion. Each person has a mission and a specific calling, but together, divine love creates a space of mutual support where growth becomes inevitable. The person God sends to you won't drag you down or make you question your faith. On the contrary,
They will be a lighthouse illuminating your path, a source of light that inspires you to seek God more and live according to His purpose. This kind of growth is not forced. It's not about pressure to change, but about a constant love that pushes you to be better, to seek more of God, to have greater faith. You'll notice that beside this person, your spiritual journey will deepen, because together you have a divine mission to fulfill. Each challenge, each victory, each shared prayer will strengthen the bond between you, creating a relationship where God's purpose is the center and spiritual growth the priority.
5. Intimacy without fear. When God chooses someone for you, intimacy in the relationship becomes a transformative experience. Unlike what the world often promotes, divine intimacy is not tied to emotional games, insecurities, or manipulation. It is pure, genuine, and above all, built on respect and unconditional trust. When the right person enters your life, intimacy goes beyond the physical and emotional. It reaches the heart and spirit in a way that cannot be explained, only experienced. This intimacy is marked by vulnerability without fear. You feel safe enough to show who you truly are, without fearing judgment or rejection. You can be yourself, with all your imperfections and scars, knowing that the person by your side accepts you exactly as you are. There is no need to hide or protect yourself, because the trust is mutual and unshakable. In worldly relationships, people often feel pressured to shape their identity to please the other. They try to fit into patterns imposed by society or the partner's expectations. But in the relationship chosen by God, you don't need to shrink yourself so that the other feels comfortable. Instead, both of you grow stronger in your individuality, creating a solid foundation of love and understanding. When intimacy is truly aligned with God's plans, it does not create confusion or insecurity. It brings peace and a sense of belonging. Beside the right person, you feel you've found a home for your soul, a place where you can be vulnerable without being exploited or hurt. True intimacy is not forced or rushed. It grows gradually as you deepen your trust in God and in one another. Moreover, this intimacy is always built on mutual respect. When God sends someone for you, the person He chooses will never make you feel inferior or devalued. On the contrary, that person lifts you up, and together you learn to be more respectful, understanding, and, above all, to give each other space to grow. This kind of relationship strengthens trust, and the intimacy that flows from it becomes a deep spiritual connection that goes far beyond physical or emotional attraction. 6. Unbreakable heavenly covenant. When God establishes a relationship, He doesn't build it on a fragile or temporary foundation. A divinely orchestrated relationship is sealed in a heavenly covenant, something that cannot be easily broken. This covenant is stronger than any passing emotion, and deeper than any challenge life may bring. When you realize the right person has arrived, you feel an immense sense of security, because you know this relationship will not be shaken by external circumstances. A relationship chosen by God is built on unchanging spiritual truth. It does not depend on human emotions or life's fluctuations. When a relationship is divinely ordained, it is anchored in the covenant that God Himself has sealed and is therefore protected by heavenly forces. Even when difficulties arise, this covenant stands firm, supported by the promise that God will be present, guiding and protecting both of you. This covenant goes beyond words and spoken vows. It is rooted in God's purpose for both lives. The enemy may try to attack, life's storms may come, but the relationship remains firm, because it was God who established it. When God unites two people, He doesn't just connect them emotionally. He unites them spiritually, forming a bond that only He can guarantee. This divine bond brings the assurance that regardless of trials, You need not fear for the stability of your relationship. God is at its center, and His presence maintains all that's necessary for it to thrive. The peace that accompanies this covenant is not superficial, but deep, beyond human understanding. Even when hardships seem insurmountable, the security of knowing God is in control makes all the difference. In such a relationship, God's promise of protection and stability is not merely hopeful. It's a tangible reality. Mutual trust grows from recognizing that God is the foundation and strength behind the relationship. It's not built on human strength, but on something eternal, written in the stars before the two of you even met. Therefore, when you experience this heavenly covenant, you feel immersed in something far greater than any worldly relationship could offer. There is no room for insecurity or doubt, because the foundation is solid. A divine relationship is not simply a union of hearts, but a covenant that transcends time, emotions, and life's circumstances. It is a promise that the same God who began this work will continue to sustain it until the end. 7. Constant transformation. When God chooses someone for you, the relationship becomes a powerful agent of transformation. This divine love is not static. It is dynamic and continuous, leading both people on a journey of growth, not only as individuals, but as spiritual partners. The love that God sends is something that challenges your limitations, awakens your best qualities, and strengthens your weaknesses. In every moment of intimacy, in every interaction, you will be challenged to become a better version of yourself. Not through external pressure, but through a deep desire to align more closely with God's purpose for your life. This transformation begins with how you view life and faith. Many times we are so focused on our own limitations or on how things should be that we fail to see the greater plan God has for us. But when you are with someone who was divinely chosen to walk alongside you, your perspective changes. The person sent by God becomes a constant source of inspiration. Not because they are perfect, but because they remind you of the divine potential that lies within you. As the relationship develops, you will notice subtle yet profound changes in your life. Perhaps your patience becomes stronger, your ability to forgive grows, or your faith becomes unshakable. It's not a forced transformation, but a natural change that comes from communion and unity with someone equally committed to God's will. Together, you will grow in ways you never imagined. Because this love is not only about happy and romantic moments, but about constant learning, refining, and striving for a life more aligned with heaven. God teaches us that as we love others, we are loved by Him in an even deeper way. Divine love transforms because it is not based on perfection, but on continuous growth. Every challenge is an opportunity for spiritual growth. When you face adversity alongside someone who shares your faith and your commitment to God, you learn to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities for shared growth. This process of transformation may be challenging, but at the same time, it is enriching and deeply rewarding. This transformation extends beyond the spiritual. It also reaches into emotional and practical areas of your life. You'll begin to notice that, by being with the right person, your view of the world, work, family, and even your dreams begins to expand. When a relationship is grounded in God's purpose, conversations become deeper, decisions wiser, and the future clearer. Together you create a shared vision for life, not just for the present, but for the future, aligned with God's plan for both of you. Moreover, the person sent by God will not only help you grow spiritually, but will also help develop your character and abilities. Sometimes, we are confronted with our flaws and limitations, but the presence of someone walking beside us inspires us to become more than we thought possible. You may discover hidden talents and strengths, or deepen aspects of your personality Because true love does not weaken, it strengthens. With every challenge faced together, you become more resilient, more capable of handling life, and closer to the person God always intended you to be. True transformation happens when love doesn't require you to shrink, but lifts you higher. When God chooses someone for you, that relationship becomes a platform for growth. You begin to realize that together, the best in both of you is drawn out. The person God sends won't compete with your dreams or hinder your growth. They will support, encourage, and often be the quiet strength that propels you forward. The union of two hearts with God's purpose becomes an immense source of positive energy, where love never diminishes, but continually expands the potential of both. Transformation is not always easy. In times of crisis, you may feel challenged to confront your weaknesses or question if you're on the right path. But in the relationship God has prepared, those moments of struggle become opportunities to draw closer to Him. When love is divine, it strengthens, purifies, and refines. Every difficulty faced alongside that person is not just proof that the love is real. It is also a chance to grow stronger in your walk with God. Over time, you'll begin to notice something changing within you. Transformation from the inside out. God's love is not superficial. It penetrates the deepest layers of who you are. It will challenge you to abandon old habits, heal emotional wounds, and become more like Christ. The person sent by God will be a catalyst for this process, helping you become more patient, loving, generous, and faithful. This transformation is lasting and profound because it is rooted in something eternal: God's love. Therefore, when you are with the right person, chosen by God, that relationship will not just be a romantic experience, but a continuous journey of growth, healing, and refinement. Together, you will not only enjoy a life full of love, but also become more refined versions of yourselves, more aligned with the divine purpose. The love of God, unlike what the world teaches, is not static or temporary. It is living, ever-evolving, and entirely transformative. When God chooses someone for you, it's not just about finding a partner. It's about discovering a divine connection that transcends any other experience. A divine relationship is not based merely on fleeting feelings or coincidences, but on a plan carefully orchestrated by God to strengthen the purpose in your life. When you feel that indescribable peace, realize you are in tune with the divine purpose, experience unwavering protection, and see your spirit grow alongside another, you know that this love was sent directly from heaven. This love is not perfect, but it is a love in constant transformation, one that challenges you to become a better version of yourself. It is deep, secure, and has the power to lift you spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. Besides someone chosen by God, life's difficulties are not obstacles, but opportunities to grow together, closer to God and to His purpose for your lives. The transformation this love brings is not limited to the moments you are together. It's something that reverberates through every area of your life. With this person, you become more patient, stronger, and more determined to live out what God has prepared for you. Together, you walk toward a future aligned with heaven, with a shared vision for what God wants for both of you. Now, I want to know from you, have you already found someone you feel was sent by God? Someone who not only shares moments of joy with you, but also pushes you to grow in faith, purpose, and love. If you haven't yet, remember that God's timing is perfect, and He knows exactly when and how He will present this person to you. In the meantime, guard your heart, trust the process, and remain steadfast in your purpose. Divine love, when it arrives, transforms everything around you. And most importantly, it transforms you from within.